application problems today, and the ones that we're focusing on are are not area problem, but the perimeter problems. So when you have a perimeter problem, this is the hard copy notes that are attached. You just add all the sides going around. It's an addition of expressions. You can see that I've added all 4 sides here on the typed in example. The 10x comes from the 5x and the 5x, that would be on the top and the bottom. And the 6 comes from adding the -1, which was right here, the 4, then another -1 that would be on the bottom for this one, and the other 4 that would be over there. So looking at this triangle here, it's a little easier because they're all positives. So I'm going to add up all of the x's, the x here, the x here, and the x here. I've written it out here. So 1x plus 3x plus 1x. That's what I've done right here. I've added that 1x from here, the 3x from here, and the 1x from there, which gives me 5x. And then I added the 10 from the left and the 5 from the right. Those are both constants. When I add 10 plus 5, I get 15. So looking at this one here, you have to do a little bit of translating as well. It says the shorter side is x. That's easy. But the longer side is 4 more than twice the shorter side. So we're adding 4 to twice the unknown side. So adding 4 to twice the unknown side. So this is the top, this is the bottom, this is the left, this is the right. So I'm going to add all of those up. A 2x, a 2x, a 1x, a 1x. That's what you see right here. That gives me 6x, and then the 4 on the top and the 4 on the bottom is how I got 8. Let's look at some of the problems that are from the Savas homework set 7374. So the very first one just says, rewrite the problem without parentheses. So just do step 1 of distributing. So all they're wanting you to know is that you know the opposite of a negative is a positive, and the opposite of a -4 is a +4. You're done. That's all you have to do. Done. This one here, the second question that you're going to see to say wants you to do the opposite of a positive is a negative and repeat. And then it wants you to simplify as well. So you need to go on and add up the 7m and the -2m. So 7m and -2m, when I get added, it gives me 5m. And then this guy has no friends. Okay, so then we're done. We have to do both parts. So distribute and combine like terms. Same thing here. They're not going to ask you to put the distributing step down, but you do have to do it. And then you're going to combine those like terms. I already made these the opposite, multiplying it by -1. And now I'm going to add the 6x and the -5x. When I add up 6x and -5x, I am adding those. That gives me 1x. And then this one right here doesn't have any like terms. So my answer is 1x and a -3. The next one's even easier. It's addition. When you have an addition, nothing changes. There's nothing to distribute. So it's 5a plus 8 and 4b plus 5. And we're going to play the matching game. Let me get some different colors out. I've been lazy. Okay. So I need to match like terms. Where are the other a's? There are none. So it's 5a. Where are the other b's? There are none. Okay. The only thing that matches is the 2 constants. So we are going to add those up, and my answer happens to have 3 terms instead of 2. That happens, no big deal. Number 5 is more of the same thing. Distribute, distribute. Notice that the negative became a positive and the positive became a negative. And then combine those like terms. These are both x's this term. I'm going to be adding up a 9x and a -6x, which gives me 3x. And this guy has no one to buddy up with, so we're done. We're going to get to some word problems starting on problem 6. These are not that hard, but they are intimidating. So it says Nancy has X coins. Okay, that's how many Nancy has. Bill has 5 coins fewer than. See, that important word than causes the subtraction to go to the end. 3 times the number that Nancy has. So I've already translated this to 3x minus 5. And then it wants to know how much altogether. So that's just an addition problem. I'm going to be adding up Nancy, I'm going to be adding up Bill. So 1x plus 3x is 4x, and I'm going to have the -5 still there. I am adding up the amount that Nancy has and the amount that Bill has. That gives me 4x, and then I still have that -5. Okay. Each month, a shopkeeper spends this many dollars on rent and electricity. If he spends this much on rent, how much does he spend on electricity? So this is a subtraction problem because we're trying to figure out the leftover part. Okay, so this is the whole amount on rent and electricity. If this is just the rent amount, if we subtracted that, we would get the remaining part. This is the whole, this is one of the parts. So I got to rainbow out that subtraction sign. So that 2x is going to become a negative and that 3 is going to become a positive. This is not going to change. There's an invisible 1 here. When you distribute a positive 1, nothing changes. It's just when you distribute a negative 1. This one was a positive 1. Okay, group those like terms together. Okay, last one we're going to do together. I'm not going to bother with doing number 9. An art class is making a mural for their school. So the length of the bottom is x. The length of one side is 4 more than 3 times the bottom. 3 times the unknown. 4 more than 3 times the bottom. And then the last side is 6 more than the bottom. 6 more than the bottom. So that is translating the problem. And then we're going to add up our like terms. 1x plus 1x plus 3x. And then we're going to add up the positive 6 and the positive 4. So this right here is going to get me 5x, and this right here is going to get me positive 10. That's all it's asking. We're going to see this problem quite a few times this week. We're going to see it this week. We're going to see it next week. This might be a little intimidating today, but by the end of the week, you're going to get it no problem. I talked fast, so go ahead and pause and rewatch this as much as you need.